I am asking Congress to defend the border of our nation for a tiny fraction of the cost. Walls work, whether we like it or not. They work better than anything.
The president said on Twitter that the border is tight and that the caravans have been stopped. The problem with that claim is that Department of Homeland Security officials are saying that there's a crisis at the border right now. That's evident in the record numbers of migrant families that are coming across and the fact that last month arrests along the border were at the highest point of Trump's presidency.
Does the administration take responsibility for a parent taking a child on a trek through Mexico to get to this country? No.
In the last few weeks, they've been showing up in very remote areas. That was the case with 7-year-old Jacqueline Call, who died on December 8th, a little more than 24 hours after she and her father entered with a group of 163 people in an incredibly remote part of New Mexico.
We will deploy over 5,200 soldiers to the southwest border.
So the question that a lot of lawmakers have is why, if we have U.S. troops mobilized at the border, and why, knowing that there are big groups of families, including a lot of children, showing up at these places, haven't more resources and more agents been redeployed to those areas? What it shows is that the Border Patrol is facing a lot of problems. On the one hand, it has more agents than it did, obviously, 10 years ago. But right now they're really struggling to cope with population of migrants who are coming across who have much greater needs than, say, just single adults.
I've already started building the wall. We've built large sections, and we're fixing up a lot of other sections that are a mess.
The Trump administration has not built a wall. What they've done is to replace some of the existing fencing along the border and add to it in other locations. But it's far less than what they aim to do.
If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay.
We got to remember that this is very much wrapped up in the president's campaign promises, and he's been bludgeoned over this very issue by parts of his conservative base. And so Democrats have dug in on this particular issue as well, viewing it something of a red line that they don't want to cave to the president over. So I think that as a political issue, this has taken on a far greater dimension than whatever, say, costs or practicalities are associated with building a dozen extra miles of fencing along a 2,000-mile border.